Hi, I'm Diana DeRosa, and I'm speaking with FEI Commercial Director Ralph Straus. So first of all, I want to know a little bit about you. How did what you did in the past bring you to this position?
Thanks Diana, and thanks for this opportunity. I have been working or started my career in large corporations, more on the marketing and the branding side, and then worked in sports for the global governing body for football, FIFA, for about 10 years, which was a unique opportunity to work really on some very innovative and global projects around, for example, the FIFA World Cup. But at the same time, it also gave an opportunity to work with global sponsors like Coca-Cola, Visa, Hyundai, Emirates Airlines, and work with some of the best marketing people there and see how they activate sponsorship and learn what works and what doesn't work. So it gave me a good opportunity to prepare for what I'm doing right now.
Absolutely. All right, so commercial director, what does that mean? What's your day like?
My day like, so I start normally in the morning around 8:30. First thing I do is drink coffee at the office to wake up. We spend the commercial department within the FEI. Our main responsibilities are really about promoting the sport worldwide and about generating revenues for the FEI. And of course, the FEI, it is a non-for-profit organization, so any revenues we generate is invested back into the sport, into the development of the sport, into the development maybe also of less developed countries in the sport and to help that. So my daily work is about it varies a lot, and I think that's also the reason why I am enjoying this role so much. We can be working on the bidding of events, the marketing for large events, including the FEI jumping and dressage World Cup now in Omaha, working with sponsors, Longines, SAP, other sponsors we have as an organization, working on broadcast and how we can better promote the sport through our TV production, working on digital, how we can increase the exposure we have around the world on our digital channels. And I have an excellent team within the FEI with whom we are collectively doing that. And like with anything else, you cannot do anything alone. So you need to work with a great team to do that.
I love that you do stuff to help the underprivileged, to people out there that maybe haven't had a chance. And you've got a program called RIDE. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so RIDE is a program we started already some years ago. It is a equestrian magazine focusing on many different aspects of equestrianism around the world, and that can be lifestyle aspects, but it could also be development projects in different countries. And it really helps us to put a spotlight on that what matters and how equestrian can support in development within a country, different equestrian-related projects, and it's a program which has been it's now distributed worldwide, and it really helps to better transmit messages around the question what it is, how important horse welfare is, what different communities are doing in relation to these very important topics like horse welfare, it gives great exposure. And also there, it is a magazine we are developing together with our top partner Longines. They support also the development side of equestrian around the world, so it's quite a good project.
And you know, I think I've noticed that there are more countries that are getting to even the level of the Olympics, and I'm sure that's part of it. So here we are at the FEI World Cup Finals in Omaha, Nebraska. I know that you do a great digital campaign, but can you tell us what you really do and how it helps this event?
First of all, it's absolutely great to be back in Omaha. I was here in 2017 for the finals. The organizing committee did an absolutely amazing job, and now again it's a unique event. It's very well organized. The branding is absolutely amazing. The sport that you've seen in the last couple of days have been great, and I'm really looking forward to the freestyle today and the finals for jumping tomorrow. And what we have been doing over the last years is focusing on, let's say, the digital tradition. I mean, the media landscape, as we all know, is changing significantly. The way we interact with media, the way we interact with technology is so different than how it was 10 years ago. And this seems to go quicker and quicker and quicker. So also as a international governing body, as a federation, you need to be agile, and you need to be ready for that. And we have invested in our digital platforms and the digital content development significantly over the last couple of years, which helped us to grow those channels, to grow that audience. And when you have this audience, you can engage in a dialogue with the audience, and it can support you in promoting events, in promoting horse welfare, in promoting horsemanship, and all the very relevant aspects around equestrianism. So for us, next to a lot of other things we're doing, it's absolutely key to make sure that on the digital side that we are developing. And part of this is also to understand where, let's say, the youth is going. I mean, the way I use digital is totally different as how, for example, my youngest daughter, who is 13, how she is using it. And when she looks at me, how I'm using, for example, my iPhone on different things, she just shakes her hands and or her head and rolls her eyes, because for her, the way she does it is totally different. And you need to be aware of that. You need to understand it, because only when you understand it, you're able to engage with this, for us, very relevant target audience. Because in the end, that's the audience who will be the next generation in terms of riding and in terms of equestrianism.
All right, so what is your day like on site here at the World Cup?
So it starts similar, just a little bit earlier than 8 o'clock, but it does start with the coffee early in the morning. Then we have the daily meeting with our team to talk through the day, what is happening, what are the challenges for the day, where do we need to put some focus, but also what are the projects we need to work on today. One of the very let's say exciting projects we were working on right now. We have been, as part of the promotion for the finals in Omaha, we have done a challenge, the Longines My Dream Jump Challenge, where it was activated digitally together with Longines, where we gave the opportunity for people to design an obstacle, and then through a judging panel, the winning obstacle was chosen, and this will be revealed tomorrow from hundreds of designs. And the person who won it is Juna. She's a lovely 14-year-old girl from Slovenia, and she made an absolute magnificent design, and we will launch it tomorrow officially as part of the competition in jumping. And of course, we spent a lot of time with the team in planning that and making sure that we do all the things we need to do that also around the content. So that's a project we are working on. We launched the official FEI merchandising program, which is here as well. So we talk about those type of things, but then also operational things like the timelines, broadcast innovations. What do we do with the screen graphics? How can we optimize it? How is the marketing? How is the ticket sales? So all those type of things.
I have to say, this event is really wonderful. One location. Here you have the competition itself, but then you can go to the trade fair, buy some things, and you can watch the educational. They're bringing busloads of kids in, so it's really well run. One of the things we really want our viewers to understand is, what is the FEI? What's the importance of the FEI? If you can look at that through your eyes, if you can tell our viewers about that, please do.
The importance of the FEI is, there are many things I would say. I think as the global governing body for the equestrian sport, one, you bring consistency and clarity, and it's not something which the FEI in its own decides and implements. The FEI is a collaboration of 135 at the moment national federations around the world, and the FEI coordinates all the developments and the rule changes and the governance around the equestrian sport. So it brings consistency and it brings clarity, which with around one focus, that is horse welfare, to make sure that horse welfare is the number one objective around everything, and it is also a coordination mechanism when there are challenges. When we went through the pandemic, there were a lot of questions with event cancellations and what effect it has on the calendar, and the FEI then takes the role to coordinate that with the EHV outbreaks, which unfortunately happened over the last years. Also there, it's the FEI coordinating very closely with all the national federations around the world to mitigate all the risks which are there as much as possible. And for us, from a commercial point of view, it is important that we grow the audiences we can communicate to. One, of course, to promote the sport, because it's the sport we love and the sport we want people to be engaged with, but also that we can then engage with the dialogue with that audience and talk about all the important topics we have to share around the horse.
I applaud you and the FEI for all that you do. Do you have any last words you'd like to say?
Thank you for this interview. Really appreciated it.
Well, I want to thank you, Ralph Straus, Commercial Director of the FEI, and I'm Diana DeRosa, reporting for the Equus Television Network.